Welcome back to Aspire for Me. I'm Jesse, and I'm excited for today's video as we have made it through another month and it's time for another net worth update. Net worth updates are one of the most popular videos on this channel, and so you guys must be just as excited to see these as I am to make them and get to see what kind of progress I've made over the last month. So let's go ahead and dig deep into what my net worth might be. To start out, I'd like to go ahead and just give a brief explanation of what a net worth is, because we have gained quite a few new subscribers and I'm not sure how many of you are used to tracking your net worth. But if you don't currently track your net worth, I think this is something that's definitely well worth doing, and it shows great progress as we are striving to achieve any financial goals we might be trying to achieve and just become closer to that retirement goal. Alright, so net worth is when you take your assets or anything you own worth value and you subtract your debts or anything that you owe money on to find out what that number is in difference. So if you have $100,000 worth of things that are worth money and you have $50,000 worth of debt that you need to pay off, then you have a $50,000 net worth. In the same way, if you have $50,000 worth of stuff that's worth money and you have $100,000 worth of debt, you would have a negative $50,000 net worth. Well, a negative net worth is not great. It's where most of us start out on our financial goals, at least when we start tracking, as many of us have student loans and other type of debt that we've gotten ourselves into in this consumeristic world we live in. So tracking your net worth when you are still negative is not necessarily wrong, and in fact I think it is a great motivator to get you going. One other thing I like to track in my net worth videos is my YouTube progress. If you don't know, in order to be monetized on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And so in my net worth videos, I've decided to include my progress to getting monetized on this channel. While monetization will be nice, it's not necessarily something that has to happen, as this is just a hobby for me, but it will help me get to that goal of financial independence that much quicker. So it's something that I'm tracking and watching myself grow in this YouTube journey. So if you remember back to last month's net worth update, we were at 81 subscribers and 52 watch hours. And that was just great for the small short time that we've had the YouTube channel. In 1 month of growth, we've gotten ourselves up to that 150 subscriber mark, which I'm very excited because that was what I was hoping to make it to by the end of the month, and it was a little touch and go there at the end. And then 122 watch hours is where we finished out the month on watch hours. That means we're 15% of our way to our subscriber goal, and we're just over 3% of our way to our watch hour goal. I anticipate the watch hours will grow much faster as the subscriber count gets larger, because there'll be more people watching each and every video, so I'm not surprised that the watch hours is behind. I think both of those are great accomplishments for this last month, and I think that for this next month I'd like to hopefully see somewhere around the 250 to 300 subscriber mark, and maybe somewhere around the 200 watch hour mark is where I'd like to be. So let's see if we can get it there. Thank you for all of you who have already subscribed, and if you haven't subscribed and you'd like to help this channel out, then subscribing and watching my videos is definitely the way to do so. Alright, let's jump into that net worth that you guys all came here for. So I've gone ahead and laid it out on this format over here like I do in most of my videos. So let's take a look at the individual numbers. So I've got them in the same order as last month, and we're looking at the 401k as the first net worth item. Last month we ended the month at $16,999, and that has grown to $18,413 over the last month. Our other 401k is at $17,057 at the end of last month, and ending this month at $19,231. IRA was at $1,199, ended at $1,199. Again, this is the one I told you that I need to look into and figure out where that is so I can get it invested. I will tell you I did find it. I do know how to get that invested, so now I just need to figure out what I want to get it invested into. The reason it hasn't changed like I thought is because it's not invested in anything right now, so it's not really gaining anything. A little bit of a bummer there, but now that I know where it's at, I can get that money working for us. So by next month, we should see some growth on that account. Unless the market goes down, then we'll see some loss on that account. All right, our non-retirement account last month ended at $3,649, and this month we ended at $3,976. Pretty good month in the stock market as we're still trying to come out of this pandemic and this downturn. So still curious to see if we're going to see another drop, and if we are, then maybe I'll go ahead and plop some more money in there to let it ride the ride up again. Webull account, we ended last month at 216, and it's showing that we ended this month at 135. Now, we didn't lose money in this account. The reason why it's lower is because last month I had included both mine and my wife's Webull, where this month I'm only including my own. And a quick explanation of that is we're going to be using her Webull account to grow towards our next financial goal, of which I will be making a video on, so I'm not going to tell you what that is just yet, but just something to be excited about is we do have a new financial goal that we're going to be shooting for, and we're going to be using that investment account to kind of hold the money and grow the money in until we're ready to take action on that goal. So we're going to just be tracking my Webull account in this, and I have not added anything to this account. I did take advantage of the depositing of money into this account so that we can get more free stocks. I went ahead and went with the $10,000 deposit to get 10 free stocks. I did just get those free stocks a couple days ago, but they have not gone into the account yet. So we should see those 10 free stocks added onto the Webull account for this next month, and then I will go ahead and start doing something with this account particularly. But we went ahead and pulled the $10,000 from our emergency fund, and I'm showing that $10,000 still in the emergency fund as it is going back there, and the plan is not to keep it in Webull. So that's why, if you wanted a quick explanation of why this account looks lower. Okay, so for our houses, we have 3 houses. We have a duplex that we live in half, and we rent out the other half. Ended last month at $521,332. Ended this month at $528,516. Nice little growth there. Dave House, as I call it, is our full-time rental. $278,569 ended last month, and $279,297 for this month. So not too bad there either. Cabin, like I've mentioned in the past, I believe this cabin is actually undervalued, but I would go with what it is recommending in Zillow, because that's just how I'm tracking all these numbers. But I'm not surprised to see quite a large jump here of $152,127 last month to $164,528 this month. Like I've mentioned in the past, I think it's valued more around the $200,000. So we'll go ahead and keep it low, as some of the others might be high. All right, so we have 2 vehicles. We have a Honda Fit and a Ford F-150. And I did not make any changes to these over the last month, as they haven't gone up or down in value for that much. They're both older, and so there's not much change in value at the age they're at now. So sitting at $5,000 on one and $2,000 on the other. Our emergency fund ended last month at $10,133, and this month at $10,137. A couple reasons for the low increase on this. This is in the Ally high interest savings account, and like I mentioned, I had pulled out $10,000 of that for most of the month to take advantage of that Webull offer. So I was surprised to see any growth in it at all, so I'll take the $4 over for the month, and that $10,000 will be going back in there, and we should start seeing a little better growth. The high interest has lowered down to only 1% now, so that's also another reason why it's kind of low, and will be low for a little while until interest rates go back up. Alright, and the last item I have on the list is a new addition, and that is because, as you might have seen in a previous video, I realized I wasn't investing my HSA, and what I also wasn't doing was including my HSA on my net worth. So we get a nice little bump in our net worth this month from adding our HSA onto our assets column, and I have accumulated $10,798 in the HSA so far. I don't know what it was at the end of last month, as I had forgot that it was all in there. So we are just starting that out this month at $10,798. Let's take a quick peek at our debts. If you're new here, my wife and I are debt-free except for our mortgages, and so the only debts we're going to be looking at is the mortgages, as those are our only debts. So first one we'll look at in order here is the duplex, with a mortgage at the end of last month of $444,159 and ending this month at $443,561. The Dave House mortgage was $100,030 ending last month. It dropped below $100,000, which is exciting, to $99,357, making a little progress on that baby. And then the cabin mortgage at $87,960, dropping down to $87,820. It doesn't look like too long before that Dave House is going to drop below the cabin, which is kind of fun. If you don't know, the Dave House is on a 15-year fixed, and the cabin is on a 30-year fixed. So that's why we're seeing so much more from the Dave House as far as a pay down. So that's what we're looking at so far on all of that. So let's look at the totals here. Last month in June, we ended with a net worth of $377,036. And we're ending July with $413,500. So just a great month overall, with some over 10% growth in our net worth. And even though we added that HSA onto there, we still had a great month even without it. So I'd love to see that. And we did just awesome this month, so let's hope that we can keep riding that train and we don't end up with any kind of housing market crash or anything that really cuts into this. But that's part of the game. We have a long time till retirement, so we can ride all those hills and valleys out all the way to the top. So the last section I like to include in my net worth update is our Coasting Fi update. So if you don't know what Coasting Financial Independence is, go ahead and watch this video. I'm going to link in the iCard up here or down in the description. And I did a video on how we are looking to become coasting financially independent, meaning that we're going to be saving up all of our retirement accounts high enough to where we don't need to add any more if we don't want to, and we can retire at the retirement age of 65. So if you remember last month, we achieved coasting financial independence, and our new goal was 64 instead of 65. And so let's see how we did there. So rather than 27 years to 65, we've dropped that down to 26 years to 64. And 26 years is $401,620. And so if you remember, our net worth is $413,500. So we knocked a whole year off of our retirement age, or increased our retirement length by a whole year in this last month. So very exciting stuff, and now we can retire at the age of 64 instead of 65. So that's fun. So the next, as I mentioned earlier, we have a new goal, a financial goal we're shooting for, but I do want to keep seeing when we knock these years off of our retirement. So we're going to drop that next one down to 25 years, or 63. And if we look at this chart over here, $429,734 is that next number we're looking for. So you can see with the 413,500, we very well could hit another year off, or a year sooner, of retirement in this next month if we continue on this good path that we're just running along here. So let's see where we get by the end of next month, And if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. And we were going through a budget in the next video on Wednesday, and we continue to have daily doses of frugality from Kim all week long, and so we are excited to have you watch all of those. We'll see you in the comments.